If you're looking for a discreet place to put your valuables, check this out. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter from Panda here. I just bought this. It's by Jssmst, and it's a book safe with a lock, and I thought I would do an up close and personal look at it so that you can see what it does. And the cool thing about this is that it really allows you to put your valuables not only in something that should keep them safe from someone who maybe wants to walk away with them, but also just to kind of keep it out of view of people while it's in plain sight of everything. So this is a little faux book, and man, comes wrapped in plastic here. Oh, it's the Hugh Thompson book, author of The White Rock. You know that one. And it kind of looks like it has a vintage cover, but that's just the printing on it. So you can see it has a little bit of like a stained parchment look. And on the outside here, it has the title, The Search for Ancient Peru, Jane Austen. Now, hopefully it's not something that would be so intriguing to someone that they would actually pull it off your shelf. I would say that from the spine here, this looks pretty good. Although it may be a little more flat than your average book. You know, I feel like most books have slight curvature to them, but, you know, many that are in really pristine condition are pretty flat. So I think you could just put this on your bookcase. And it also has this little plastic surround, which has faux pages. So if it's sitting down like this on a table or something, I also think it doesn't scream fake book. But when you open it up, what you get here is a lockbox. Now, I don't know that I would call it a safe, although I'm sure the definition of safe is just making something safe. But what you have here is, I think, like a sheet metal steel box. You can see a piano hinge on the outside. You can see that it basically goes edge to edge. So let me give you some dimensions of the book just to see what this will be like maybe on your own bookshelf. It's basically 9.5 inches tall. It is, just a smidge over 6 inches wide. And then thick, it is basically 2 1/8 inches. So that's the dimensions, and the interior dimensions will probably be just a little bit smaller. But what you can see here is we have a 3-digit combination lock. The little knob here is kind of dual purpose, so it unlocks it. So the latch is locked right now, and when I twist it, it pivots that latch out, and it also allows you to lift it up. So it gives you a little handle to lift it up. Now I want to show you here on the top, because you can see that the lid basically kind of cants down here so that you can get the switch in there. And then also below it, you probably have another 1/2 inch of lost space just where the lock is, because this has to be able to pivot. You don't want something interfering with that, otherwise you can't get it open. And so most of your usable space is going to be right up here. That's going to go almost the entire height of the box. And I will tell you that in the back here, it's basically 1 3/4 inch. So you don't want anything taller than 1 3/4 inch. But up here on the sides here, you're probably looking at like 1 1/4 inch. And then right in the middle, right here, you're probably only like 3/4 of an inch usable space. So yeah, you could put something small and low like this on this side, but you could probably put something taller on the other side, right? Just kind of keep that in mind. And then interior dimensions here on this lockbox is 9 inches by, you get this little ledge right there. You can definitely put stuff under it. I'm going to give you the interior dimensions all the way to the edge. It's 5 3/4 inches, and then, like I said, 1 3/4 inch deep. Now, I do want to show you how to change the combination lock. So you can see we have rolling metal kind of switches here, and the default combo is 000. So if I go ahead and open this up and move this little switch from A, you push it back and then push it up so that it goes in that B slot. Now we're kind of in that programming state, so I can go to like 0 1 0 as the new combination. Just open it up and hit the switch so that it goes back to the A position. Now it's an A. Now 0 1 0 is the combination. So if I lock it just like that, you can see it won't open up, and I go back to 0 0 0, now it won't let me unlock that. I won't be able to rotate it. If I go to 0 1 0, rotate it, open it up, perfect. And if you want to reprogram it again, push that in, go up to the B setting, and then you can set it to anything you want. So if you have a important 3-digit date, combo, number, whatever, you can just set it so that you'll never forget. Now, one thing I will say is if you're putting something in this that you might need under duress, this might be a bit of a hard combination to work with gloves, sweaty hands, those types of things. It might be really hard to manipulate in the dark, so it's probably not something that you would want to have to access in complete darkness or in a groggy state or something like that. But just for putting some valuables out of the way, you might not know where to put them. I think that's a thing that a lot of people have. They just put them in dresser drawers, they put them in desk drawers, and they think, hey, out of sight, out of mind, but it's usually the first place people check, robbers, thieves. But even if you're having parties and, guests over, people might just be roaming around, and sometimes fingers get a little sticky when someone sees something that they want. So this just helps kind of keep stuff out of sight, and if they even do stumble on it, they can't, I can't get in there, darn it, that kind of thing. So if you want to pick up this little book safe, it's not expensive, about $20, so kind of a small investment in added security. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.